Hey everyone, so this is uh, a full gameplay video. I didn't want to do this much and wanted it to be short, like 10-minute videos, but I did have a viewer request full gameplay video, so here it is. This is my second attempt at it. The first time everything went pretty badly because they had two Fed assassins who were both AP, and there aren't many AP tank items. MR tank items which I can build. So it was pretty unlucky, that game. And it was just a bad game. The early game, my support didn't do that good, and then later on, when we opened the Nexus, Camille's constantly kept inting. But that game's over. We start a new game. I didn't want to do another game. I would have just uploaded the loss, but I really couldn't teach much. It was all bad. But yeah. So this is... I want to use Conquer, but in the very sad situation where we have all AD, I will go for on hit. And in the sad situation where we have all squishies, I will go for tank with no heals, which is lethal tempo, not Conqueror. And looks like we're facing a Jinx. Jinx is pretty easy to face. Before she used to rush Stormrazer, which was a little annoying, but now she doesn't, which makes it a lot more easier to face. Because she goes Infinity Edge into Runan's Hurricane, which I'll be honest with you is much better than Stormrazer for Kalista. Like here, I would go this rune page right here, Triumph, because Conqueror, because Conqueror is just amazing. Gives you healing, gives you damage. You can stack it pretty quickly with Runan's Hurricane and your E resets. Overheal, because Overheal is just amazing. She gets a lot of max HP, might as well use it. Legend Bloodline, because it's late game rune, not an early game rune. Coup de Grace, because it just works. You could go Cut Down. You know what, I'm gonna go Cut Down for this one. Cut Down's pretty good against tanks like Thresh and Mordekaiser. Fiora does build a little tanky, but I'd say minimum of 2 tanks / bruisers, you take Cut Down. Otherwise, go Coup de Grace, don't go Last Stand, trust me, it's not good. Because you build so much lifesteal, you don't really need it. Next, Conditioning, because tanky. It works really well with Death Stance, which is really well with Conqueror, and it's just a really good item. And Revitalize for all the extra healing and shielding being better. Janna shield will be better. My Death Stance healing, Conqueror healing, item healing, much better. And yeah, I'm not gonna try and cut anything off. I'll keep the whole gameplay. So there will be some times where I'll just go completely silent, CS, or fight. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay. The game plan for this is play safe. Jinx with lethal tempo, and I'm assuming Taste of Blood. She has a pretty good early game with her minigun, because she attacks faster than me. So we don't take any early trades. Mid game, we should be aware of Kiana. I think I can push the wave pretty easily because Mordekaiser can't gank at all. As long as you keep the Tribush warded, it should be pretty easy to run from a Mordekaiser gank. Fiora TP isn't that much of a pressure, because Sett can usually CC her, and Fiora doesn't even have much CC to stop us and kill. So as long as I can just out CS my laner, I don't need to freeze it, I just do whatever I can to get perfect CS. I don't need to leash, but it's always good to just ward it. You can ward from right here, if you want. But, you know, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I would fake leash, but for some reason she's walking in. So, you know, unlucky. But it's, you know, a buff. Red buff's nice. Even if it's Carpus. Bot didn't leash either, so he started red buff. I'm surprised that hook didn't hit Janna. He doesn't have bone plating. Interesting. Gotta flex on him because he doesn't have the premium Eternals. Mid did die, which is kind of a bummer. I wouldn't think Talon would die early game to Kiana. So currently I am out CSing Jinx, which is the plan. And the wave's on our side, which is good. Because we don't have to try to push toward it, it's not really the best choice to push.
An enemy has been slain.
And Mordekai's is top side, so I guess I could push here. Keep forgetting. But also I'm being minion blocked. I'm trying to click here, but the minions block me, so I just path the other way around.
An enemy has been slain.
Aw, she shielded me so I get it on one auto attack. What a nice Janna. Here I would usually back and just get my boots, but the wave's in a really unfortunate really unfortunate area, so best to just keep at it until the wave's at a good spot. So once you reach 1100 gold, it's best if you back and get boots. Because they're both missing, and they could possibly be doing Drake, just W it. And they got it, I'm lucky. Even if I got rid of them, we wouldn't be able to do anything because Karthus is currently topside. The only reason I walked into it first is to check for control wards, because that's a pretty common spot for control wards. Mordecai could have bought one if he came to Drake. Now would be a good time to back. I can back and then... I'm probably gonna go for Tabbies this game. because they have Jinx, Kiana, and Fiora,
has been slain.
and because they're all auto attack champions and very annoying, especially Kiana. For Kiana, I will build more stuff, like a GA. Now I will have a very little attack speed, but to be honest, you don't need much attack speed to succeed with Kalista. Bork and Runans, the attack speed you get from those two items, that's more or less all you need. If you're still worried about attack speed, Wit's End is always an option. But I can't really build Wit's End into this. And Rage Blade is also a pretty good option. But if I build Rage Blade, I can't build Executioners because the full item doesn't give the armor penetration because of Rage Blade. Or even if it does, it removes the armor penetration from Rage Blade. I don't know why Thresh walked back in. I don't know why Thresh ignited Janna either. That was quite a misplay from their team, but also that was a pretty easy fight for me, even if they played it well. Because I have a better item grade than Jinx. I want to stay away from building HP because they have cut down, so I can't really build Spirit Visage or like Windmill. That's a lot of damage I just did with Conqueror and everything. Ah, I'm lucky. I don't win this. Why is he so big? Mordekaiser has such a quick character model. Wow, I thought he bought like a elixir of iron, but that's just how big he is. And also, if you can, always build Cutlass before Recurflow because it's just a better item. Like, there's no reason not to go Cutlass. They nerfed it for a reason. It used to be 1500. Why is this character, like, why is it small now? Oh wait, because of his ult. Yeah, I forgot. His ult gives him bigger model. I guess that's not really ideal in a 1v1 situation. You will take more damage because you're bigger. Yeesh, it's not good. There could always be an alcove player. It's gonna ward it in case Mordekaiser walks into the alcove, because that's the best way for him to gank, because he's pretty much immobile. I want to freeze this here. I missed all of those. Ah, he can't see us. There we go. I lost it for a second. I got conditioning now, so I'll be much more you know, not squishy against Kiana, against some other cards there. It's unlucky that she got Executioner's this early. If she TP's bot, I'm pretty much dead. Thresh isn't here, so I can just take turret plating. It's at 13 HP away. My minions failed me. It's unlucky. But I'll try to get it. There you go. That's not good. Can I? I can't. I can't. Maybe if I flashed I could have, but too risky. More cards that could be there. Oh no. No, please, Kiana, have mercy. Kiana! You weakling. You thought. You really thought you could kill me? Buy Farsight whenever you can, because when you get caught out, you're kinda dead. Because your only good thing about your kit is mobility and survivability. And an unexpected amount of damage. Mostly mobility. So, Farsight, don't get caught out. Easy as that. Your W is like your ward. It's like your decoy. You put it out, the enemy creates to take it down, and now you know where they are. Like, I'd say anywhere if it's 1.5 attack speed, that's pretty much all we need on Kalista. That's why I sometimes don't build Berserker's Greaves. No, like, all the attack speed items I have, it's worth in Runance, and it works out. Because then if you're slowed, you don't lose on much damage. That was a bad W, I don't know why I did that. Don't do W, don't use your Sentinel like that, that's not how it works. Unlucky. Oh, he's fine, he's fine. Good stuff, Karthus. It's not ideal. Let's go. I have enough for Rudan's Hurricane. I'm just gonna back. Put a ward there in case Mordekaiser comes to steal it. It's also a pretty good indicator that you're doing well as Kalista. If you can get Bork, Runans, and your boots around 20 minutes, maybe a little before that, you have a good enough lead to 1v9 the game. If you're anywhere after that, most champions can also reach their 2-item power spike and demolish you. But the thing is that Runan's Hurricane's cheap, your early game's good, you should be able to reach a power spike pretty quickly, pretty consistently. Cutdown hasn't provided us with much, but Cutdown's more of a late game rune, while late game rune. But while something like Coup de Grace also works all the time, but it's just average the whole time. It's not amazing or anything. Like later on, tanks are almost unkillable. Thresh will be really hard to kill. Mordekaiser will have a lot of HP. Fiora might get stuff like Black Cleaver and Triforce because they're edgy and like to buy 2 Phage items. Now the best choice would be to go mid, but I've had too many games where the ADC just power farms and gets fed. It's especially consistent with Caitlyn players, but Jinx and Trade also go into that category. And if you can do that to an ADC, yeah, you're fed enough. Like if I didn't go bot, she would get at 1 bot turret, maybe even 2. But we would have inhib because I'd be pushing as well, and they'd be scared of me. But I'd much rather keep the enemy ADC from scaling up. Now is the time to check how strong I am. Ult me. Ult me. He did not ult me. Okay. So I'm not strong enough to fight Mordekaiser yet.
Your turret has been destroyed.
He did hit his E and Q at the start, which was the main reason I died. I should have dodged those, but there was no minions, so I couldn't dodge. Also, I don't know why I didn't do any extra damage with Cutdown. He has more HP than me. He literally bought a Leandries. That's 300 health. Anyway, if you have an AP jungler, always take their red buff. They never need it at past the first and second tier. You just do so well with red buff. You have Rulands. It's so easy to proc it on everyone. A Fiora is usually a pretty free kill, because if she doesn't hit her W, you'd win. But because her W slows attack speed and movement speed, both of which are bad for you, because you can't sit still, but you also can't kite. Like she missed her W, so she doesn't win the fight. Like even she knew she doesn't win the fight and gave up. Don't flash hook me, come on Thresh. You know better. Okay, that's a good Thresh. He didn't recast though. I'm here for you, I'm here for you. Is that Talon? Oh, it is. There we go, that's extra damage with cut down. Ah, she's smart. She's smart. She held on to W. Also, that's something to watch out for if you're fighting Fiora. Her W is an extremely hard counter to your E. And if she's smart, she knows when to time it. That's not good. I don't think I win this. Yeah. She ulted me at a really good time. He's fine. Oh, Seth couldn't get the penta. Here we end here. But the Conqueror there really kept me alive for a lot of the fight. Even though I got ignited twice, until Mordekaiser altered me, I was alive for a while, which was insane. We don't end, so I guess we play longer. We'll see how it goes from here. Oh, he bought a Bramble Vest. That's why I failed to kill him. He has a Thornmail. He bought a Thornmail. Oh, he bought a Thornmail. He bought a Thornmail. Oh, that's tilting. Okay, we go for Executioners. I would go for a Thornmail as well, but they don't have anyone who's a threat physical damage wise. I go for Executioners. Finish it because he has armor. Doodoo Baron. Sure. And here's also a quick thing to know with Baron. If you're the one taking damage, you have this effect. If you deals 50% reduced damage. Now you could use this to your advantage. You can be the one tanking for the first while so you get more spears. Also, you can be the one tanking so you can put more spears while doing less damage. And the second you want to smite, you just go out of the attack range. Now this is a fight that I don't win. But I did get low enough to kill. No! The lantern! Ah, it's unlucky. That's a bummer. That's a yikes. That's so sad. Thornmail and Rallies. It just counters me so hard. It lowers my attack speed and my movement speed, so I can't sit still. I can't kite, and I have healing reaction. Good job, Talon. Keep at it. Yeah, that's full game of course. So now the problem is it took 2 games for me to pull this off, which was a little bit of a yikes. Failing my first game does show it's a little inconsistent in the early game, but as long as you can get past the early game, whether it be from jungle ganks, from your support, from playing safe, from throwing away your CS so you don't die, as long as you survive the early game, later on you'll be insane. Like, look at this damage. Look at that. So yeah, that's just a quick game of Conqueror Kalista. This is only a healing based build if you want to go tanky. I have the lethal tempo build where you take almost no lifesteal. And yeah, it just works out. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you for the suggestion. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or some other day, I don't know. Someday. See ya.